So today on Product Shop, we're gonna process these lights and crack the first transformers at the new place. I got enough to where I think it's gonna be worth cracking them, and I want to start getting a little bit of copper in the bucket. You know, I got a bunch of aluminum. This is all them things I broke down the other day. I actually was able to slide those things out and just stack them nice. Now, unfortunately, I mean, I got nowhere. I can't really put things in bins because then I got no way of actually getting it on the trailer. And the trailer is actually slap full of scrap right now, which we're going to get into right after this video. But right now, I've already cleared out this stuff, so we're making a good headway of getting the place cleaned up. And I'm going to knock these lights out right here because I believe, maybe not this top one, this was that sun from my other shop. I gotta mount that up here somewhere. This was that really bright LED light. I need to get that plate out of there, but yeah, this one slap full with a bunch of transformers, some extrusion, and then these have transformers in them. So we're gonna get these up on the table so I can break them down. We're gonna get the transformers over here. We got some on the table already. This is the extrusion from that stuff, and then I think there's a couple more transformers down in this bucket. We'll have to find a bucket to put this extruded. It's funny, both those things, one was bigger than the other, so we can actually slide them in there. Oh yeah, we got plenty of nice little chunks. So hopefully, you know, we might be able to pull 100 pounds of copper from these transformers. And oh, we do got copper in the bucket, but not a lot. We're actually going to have to get a bucket because that's not going to contain what I plan on doing over the next day or two, because I plan on getting to all this stuff. We got some motors on the table, some big boy stuff, this stuff here which needs to be cooked, and then I got some other stuff over there that we're gonna have to cook. But yeah, I mean, if we can pull, maybe with all the copper laying around, we can probably pull 300 pounds of number 2 copper. It's going to be a stretch. We got some old school ballast to go through, pull the copper out of that, some big ballast, and all this stuff here. Yeah, I think we can, by the end of the, when I leave in 2 days to go sell some scrap and pick up some other stuff, I'm hoping for 3 or 4, you know, 4 is a stretch, but 300, I think we can easily do 300 pounds of number 2 copper. And we're going to start right here with these transformers. So I'm going to go ahead and get these lights up on the table, and we're going to start a little scrapping party and get ourselves some number 2 copper in the buckets. Got a little bit of number 1 for the bucket. Pull that out of those things. Well, that was a waste. This one's empty. Transformer from this one's in one of them other buckets. But I do need to get this thing out, which is going to require me probably to pull out the air chisel, or drill. We got rivets in here. I'll show that in another video. Right now we're going to focus on transformers, which I believe most of them are loose. So let me get that other one up on the table. Honestly, it looks like they've been banged around so much they loose. Just gonna be able to actually just cut them out. This one's full of them. That one's there. Alright, that's that. I gotta start me a steel pot. I gotta get a bin for extrusions. And a little bit of stainless. Well, shoot, man, it's all ready to go. I'm not gonna worry about this aluminum right now. That's gonna be for the next video. I got a lot of tedious stuff coming up. And a couple more, I found some more of those things. But for now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big boy transformers. We need to go get up on the table. Go put that on the table. And we're gonna get the pump over there. And we're gonna start cracking transformers. First time, other than stripping wire, we're gonna be doing some easy money over here at the shop. And if any bees or anything started making nests up in this thing, we're gonna shake them out on this for sure. Oh yeah. We love them big double copper 1000 watters, man. Too bad LEDs are even a thing. Alright. So there's a lot of transformers here that need a little extra work. But it's 6:04. Let's see how much copper we can produce with just the easy transformers. No grinding, no nothing, just running it through the press. I do have to clip the wires off of some of these. And then see if we can make $1 or $2. So we got a couple more. I gotta get a hammer. I'm missing, actually, I broke my hammer. My S-Wing, the yellow handle. Man, the head, I was beating on something, the head just flew off somewhere. So, that was unfortunate. But, what we got? Some big boys. Man, one thing I miss is, as much of a pain in the butt it was, is pulling 1000-watt transformers out of the bottom of a barrel. Oh, I got big boy. Now that one's probably half aluminum, but who knows? There's a lot of these I know for a fact are double coppers. But pulling big 1000 watters out of the bottom of the barrel is my favorite pastime. I gotta find my file. All right, let me get my cutters and we'll get this cleaned up. Now, unfortunately for me, I don't know where any of my stuff is. I mean, I kind of got an idea, but we're going to be using this little mini hammer, unfortunately. Not that we really need a hammer, only for this stuff. I don't know where any of my gloves are, or my nice tin snips. Y'all know I like using tin snips to cut these transformers because you can get all the transformers in one snip. It's like a wide thing there. You know, this will get 3 out of the 5, but not the 5th. The tin snips get them all in one shot. And if you're not going to have tin snips and you're doing a lot of cutting with wires, man, get yourself something spring-loaded. You know, these are DeWalt's. These have a mechanical advantage handle in them, so you're not. They don't open as wide as a normal pair of dikes, but I'll tell you what, man, they cut like a mofo. The only problem with working at home and trying to video something on a time is your wife will come and give you a task. So we're probably going to be 5 minutes off our mark, which is okay. We got to make the wife happy. We got to get copper in the bucket. That'll make the wife happy too. What I wish I had is my glove. I have no idea where my gloves are. This here was one of the most annoying parts about processing transformers for me, but I sure do miss it. Oh, watch your fingers. Back in the day, I used to try to unscrew these, and a lot of times they wouldn't unscrew because they were bent, or I'd use a grinder or even a sawzall, and then I found out one day you could just hit the bolt, shear this thing off, and come out of there. One thing I didn't, which I haven't figured out yet, is my prepared steel. How am I going to get my prepared steel out of here with no machine, no crane, no ability to pick up anything heavy? Now, years ago, when I first started, long before I had my own shop, when I was renting a space with someone, we were splitting a shop, I used to sit in front of that first press in an office chair, and it was crazy, man. I wish I could have shown what I was doing back then compared to what I'm doing now. But I actually liked sitting down. That was good times, man. But all the steel went into 5-gallon buckets, and I had tons of 5-gallon buckets of prepared steel. Not because I couldn't handle it, it's because I was working in a loft above everybody. So sketchy, rolling 600-700 pound barrels of transformers across the floor on a loft, on a wooden, you know, it had wooden you know, beams. It was like 2x8s or 2x, I don't even think they were 2x12s. They might even have been 2x6s spanning this shop. And from underneath, when I wheeled it across, you could watch the floor just like, you know, buckle and just cry under the weight of those transformers. I think we're gonna get ourselves a nice little chunk of copper. We got some. We're not, like I said, we're not gonna do anything that needs like severe processing. And I gotta check some of this stuff. Let me find my file before we go too far and get ourselves in trouble with a bunch of aluminum stuff that nobody wants. Nobody wants aluminum transformers, man. I mean, scrapyard don't care. They'll buy anything, but I don't know. Found the file I like. I love this file. It digs right in. Didn't find a hammer I was looking for, but I found one better than that framing hammer. That ain't gonna get us too far with transformers. You want some weight behind your swing when you're doing this. That's copper. That's aluminum. We gotta find some bin, man. We gotta find all the stuff. I don't know where it's at. Much easier. Crack that stuff like it's nothing. And I'm missing I gotta get a drum over here for prepared steel, because this just ain't gonna work. Used to cut them off. Then I learned you could just bend the tabs over. This one here, I'll crack that one by hand on the first side. It's got welded thing to it. And then this is what I can tell. That's aluminum. Iron aluminum. Iron aluminum. That's double copper. Okay. These ones here, I could tell by looking at them, they're real suspect. Aluminum. Oh, that's so sad. Iron aluminum. We're gonna have to get our irony pile together. This looks like the same exact transformer. I just like to verify, because you never know, you could come across one that's got a copper coil in it. It's very rare though once you see one, but I have, you know, I have come across a manufacturer that they'll have similar looking transformers, and one of them will be copper, one of them will be aluminum. You know, it's rare, but it happens. I've come across all kinds of weird stuff. You know, there's certain companies that you just know when you grab that transformer, it's probably going to be aluminum. And then there's certain ones you know when you grab them, they're going to be copper. Them high pressure sodium ones, I could tell right away. Usually they're big 1,000 watters, always double copper. And the copper is like heavy and dense, man. These ones right here, with the 3 coils, 2 copper, 1 aluminum, I could tell right away. That first top, they always look like this. To me, that top coil, 1, 2, 3, whenever you see that small coil, you know right away these are going to be coppers. Now, years ago, there was a time when I was a little shrewd, and I would buy them as iron aluminum, or an aluminum transformer. You know, and then I kind of felt bad about doing that, so I had 3 categories at one point. You know, copper, aluminum, and then all aluminum transformers. But now it's either just copper or aluminum to me. If it's got aluminum, fortunately, I'm buying it as an aluminum transformer, because it's just the way it is. I don't even get to buy them that much anymore. Oh, it's sad. Sad, sad, sad. And I know right away, this is probably aluminum, that's probably copper. Yep. Okay. You gotta be careful with these little ones here, man. That green stuff, that's out of a ballast, man. They've even gone, yep, aluminum. And that's copper. They've gone 50-50 on them too, so you can't even get a good ballast. You used to get a bunch of them, and them big heavy ones, them big older ones, they were always, you know, a bunch of copper in there. Not so much anymore. It's like everything else in the world, everything's just made cheap. This is where those cutters make such a big difference, man. You do all this in one snip. And I like having a bin or bucket just right below, just let it all drop in there. Now these ones ain't got no capacitors on them. When they got capacitors, they're kind of a pain in the butt. Okay. Why I stack these the way I do with the bigger ones closer to the machine. When I used to do a lot of these and I was using pneumatics, I would sometimes have problems with my air over hydraulic pump exploding the air pump motor from the explosive decompression and it slamming into the thing over there. Now, Merchant Metals did something, I forget what he did. He said he did something that doesn't allow it to do that. He runs his transformers upside down. And then he put his base closer so there's not such a drop. But once I went away from the air portion of that, just went to electrical and hydraulic, I've never had a problem since. Now this is going to take a little bit of work. This is a big old 1500 water. I've only come across maybe one or two of those in 15 years that were aluminum. Them big 1500 waters, they usually weigh and pay. You know we like stuff that weighs and pays. And those are it. Yeah, I feel bad for you guys that when you do these transformers, you guys sit there and mess with this paper. I was told years ago by the dude at the scrapyard, man, just bring that crap in. Don't waste your time. It's #2 copper. You're allowed contaminants. And then I brought this stuff to TMR one time. I brought about 300 pounds of coils. And I had some cast aluminum in there. And the guy's like, oh, well, we'll give you, I forget what he said, 50 cents a pound for the cast aluminum. And then he looked at my copper and he goes, oh, those are motor coils. We'll only be able to pay you 25 cents a pound. I was like, yo, bro, who do you think you're playing, man? Like, I was like, I get #2 copper for this stuff all day long. And I'm like, how are you going to sit there and try to pay me 50 cents a pound for one item, and then turn around and pay me half for copper? And oh, that's how we do it over here. Spanish dude over there at TMR in West Palm Beach. That was the last time I ever sold them any non-ferrous. I still sold them my steel because I don't care about steel, and it's the closest place to me that buys steel, and I just like to get rid of my steel. Now, being out here where I'm at, I got to drive by that scrapyard. I'll probably break this one in the press. Over there by Okeechobee, on my way to Palm Beach. Now, I got to go to Palm Beach anyway to buy from my customers and do business. You know, I knew that coming out here. Just a little extra travel time. So I'm gonna stop in there and talk to them boys. See what they're about. Now I know they're not gonna be able to match my copper price because I already called them about the copper and they was like almost $1 less than I get. Okay, we're gonna unplug this 220. Alright, I'm gonna get the pump set up. I gotta transfer the pump from over there to over here. And we don't got a lot of transformers, but we do got a lot of nice double coppers and 8 pounds, something like that. 5 pounds, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We might be able to pull about 75, 80 pounds out of here, number 2 copper. Well on our way. I do got some other transformers around here somewhere. And a whole trailer full of scrap. We should be able to pull some more number 2 copper in the next couple of days. That's why I say 300 pounds ain't going to be that far off. So I'm going to go ahead and, one, I got to go get something to drink. I'm thirsty. 2, I got to pull that pump from right there and put over here so we can blow this stuff out, be done with it, and see what we got, man. I'm hoping, yeah, hoping around 75, 80 pounds, number 2 copper. I'll be, you know, I won't be mad if we hit 100, but I doubt it. Okay, we're all set up. I got that pump, and the press is set up. I only have 1 barrel at the moment. I'm gonna run these, get them stacked over here, then I'll find 2 bins for the copper, and we'll see where we're at with that. But for now, I'm gonna start cracking transformers. I don't have my gloves, so I gotta be careful not to hurt myself, because these things are sharp, man. Whenever you're dealing with these transformers, you want to be you know, you want to have some gloves on. So we're at 649. It's taking me a while to get this stuff set up, but this is where all the action happens and where all the money's made. And all I got is sunglasses. I don't know where my safety is. I don't know where anything is, man. I'm kind of lost right now. This is where gloves come in. I forgot how to run my own equipment. Oh, dang, that's loud. It's even louder back in this little corner. I gotta find some muffs real quick. Okay. I can't, how's a light over here? I can't see nothing with these glasses on. And the lights are on that side, so I gotta get some lights back here. It's really dark. This is gonna be slow going. Couldn't find my muffs, but I did find the earplugs I was using earlier when I was shooting my gun. That's still super loud. That's about as loud as a gunshot. thought maybe being outside, this thing would calm down a little bit. It seems like being over here, it's amplified the noise somehow. I don't know why. Wow, man. Okay. That one needs a little persuasion. You know, this is something I did steady for, I mean, 10 years, hardcore. And then a decline over the last month. I feel so rusty doing this right now. It's like doing this for the first time all over. That was practically a brand new transformer there. That one broke without even popping. It's so weird me throwing the steel this way. And like I said earlier, another thing, in the beginning, we used to not cut the wires until last. So what I would do is I'd actually grab the wires and use them to actually maneuver it into the machine, and it worked really well for getting them out of the machine. Just jerk them wires and it would make the cases fall down into the buckets in front of me. One thing I don't have that I wish I did is, one, a fan blowing across me. Two, a respirator. You really should have a respirator doing this for all this shit here. But it actually really helped on getting this stuff out. It just jerked it out and it kind of left the steel behind, and then it wasn't as organized as this where I'm stacking them nice and neat. I would literally pull them out, and there were big dents in the concrete wall where I would sling them. I was trying to move so fast. I was throwing them against the wall into a big pile. And the dude, Brian, God bless him, he would be dodging transformers, man. But we had what I called the plate shifter. It was literally just this little ram on a little thing right here. Right, it was just a miniature version of this, and none of this. I just had 4 or 5 plates that I had cut out, different slots for different width transformers, and you would just put the plate in, put the transformer over the plate, and this was pneumatic as well. And oh man, that was sketchy. That you get hit in the chest with a transformer with that thing. I mean, we're a little rusty, but we're still getting it. What I don't like is a double hammer like this. I like the ones with the wedge because you can get in there and give your transformer some work. Dial it into a small spot. These just ain't getting it. I do got another one of them hammers, but just like everything else in my life right now, I got no idea where it's at. Alright, you get the gist of this. I'm going to time lapse this until we get a pile over here. We're almost done. We're running out of time. We're way beyond what we're supposed to. Okay, so that's as far as we're going to go with cracking them, because, man, I'm sitting here trying to crack them. I'm like, why is my machine messing up? I usually have an aluminum spacer in here to bring this over. So right now, the transformers are too far this way. One, I'm maxed out on this thread. And then, I don't know why I went through, it took 3 transformers for me to realize what was going on. I just... I forgot, man. It's been so long since I ran the machine, and I'm kind of flustered trying to get everything running and everything, and yeah, I forgot what's going on over here. So I have to find my aluminum block or get another one. And unfortunately, I have no idea where it is. I know I took this stuff out. Everything should have been here, but it's not, unless it's in here. Unless I threw it in this box. Let's see. I guess I wasn't smart enough to do that. Oh, my punches. And that's another thing I'm missing is my pusher. I have a specific size pusher that I use. Ain't got a clue where that is. Everything's a mess and jumbled and just not. I don't even know if that pusher's gonna work. Let's see. The problem with that one is skinny. So, and it's too long. Of course it's too long. Okay. Of course my life's gotta be difficult. Let's see, this one, that's way too long. That one's way too long. I don't know why the pusher wouldn't be put back in there. But I guess we can we're just gonna go make another one. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and cut one of these. It was a little bit shorter, got a little bit of space. Hopefully it works. So, and I'm sure one day I'll find the original somewhere. Let's see what we got here. Whew, that's kind of warm. That was tough. That's really weird. This thing's staying in low gear the whole time. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's the whole time it's in low gear. Even just going like that, that's low gear. It might be low on hydraulic fluid. That might be the case. I think I got a little jar of hydraulic fluid over there. Okay. I don't think I've ever put fluid in this. Wow. It took every bit of that. What's that? Probably half a gallon? She was low. Alright, now we might be able to get some production done. That's much better. Woo, that's tough. There it goes. Alright, now we're picking up some speed. Now we can get this to retract back faster. We'd be doing something special. Oh. Of course. Ugh. I'm really rusty on this part of the deal, but we're getting it. It's moving so much faster now. Okay, that bucket's about full. All right. Well, we got 2 buckets. It's getting late. I don't know if you can see the, well, probably not with that bright ass light. Beautiful sunset we just had. What we got is 2 buckets. Now, if I would have finished them other transformers, that bucket would be a little bit fuller. So, unfortunately, that took way longer than I was expecting. But we got it done. We got the machine set up. We ran our first set of transformers. So now that we kind of worked out the cobwebs, fortunately I ain't gonna get a lot of transformers anymore, but when we do get them, we're kind of dialed back into where we were before. A couple more things I need to do. Find that thing so I can get the small transformers. Well, I'll do later. I'll find that. But now let's see what we did in that little bit of time, because the setup and me running around, I probably blew through an hour. That last little bit was nothing. If I would have had gloves, I could have really been aggressive with it and been slinging them things. I was kind of being gentle, you know, using soft hand method. But let me go get a scale, see what we got to put in the bucket here. And we're going to, over the next day, man, we're going to add to it. But hopefully, it looks like we got a good start. We might be on 100 pounds, man. Full bucket, 60 to 80 pounds, depending on how you stack it. So, yeah, we might be sitting on $400 worth of copper just in that little bit of time. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, here's the light one. 47 pounds. That's more than I thought. Woo! Oh, we did good, man. 119 minus 5. 114 pounds of number 2 copper. That's not bad at all. So last time I got let's say 226 or 426 for bright and shiny, so it's gonna be at least $4 a pound for number 2. So we made a quick $456. Okay, now we do have some bus bar. I wonder how much that bus bar is. 19, 23, 4 pounds. More bus bar. We're up at 132. I got a couple more. Hey, what's that? We got tools out here, man. All kinds of tools for all kinds of occasions. Look at that big boy. Okay. Let's see. $132, $143. Look at that big nugget there. $143, $149. So that was 6 pounds. So we're at now we're at 144. So right now we got about $576 worth of number 2 copper. Don't even look like a lot. Man, that number 2 copper adds up quick. So we still got transformers to crack. We still got copper here. We got big boy stators. I got a whole bin full of ballast that are, I separated them so that I know that they're going to be, they're not the new Quictronic electronic stuff. They're old magnetic ballast. So we are well on our way to 300 pounds, man. We just need another 160 pounds or something, which it's going to be tough, but I think we'll be able to get it tomorrow. I think we'll be able to get it no problem. Finish the transformers, crack the ballast, pull these things. I got some other stuff somewhere. I got some more bus bar on the trailer. There's some copper over there. So yeah, I got some small skinny wire. I might strip it. I don't know. But I'm sure if I mill through some of that stuff over there, I can find some nuggets of copper, man. There's just nuggets everywhere. And you know how we love our nuggets. We've been stashing nuggets like a squirrel stashes his nuts. So, come as far. Thanks for watching. we're dialed back in, pretty much got all the machines. Next machine, this one right here, we're pretty much ready to go. I got everything here ready. We just need to plug it in and go. I need to get the other pump, which is right in there. Bring that pump over here when I'm done them transformers. And we're gonna rock and roll, man. We're gonna have a copper party tomorrow. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?